beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of April right through to the end of May 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your career reading. I'm going to get your overall energy first before I see the details of what is coming towards you. So let us get started. The first deck I'm using is the Ex Animo Tarot deck by Mahrukh, for those of you who are interested. And your first card is the Empress. I'm loving that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding their career? We have the Strength card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. And we also have the Sun. So this looks like a lot of abundance coming towards you. I do feel like you're being very, very productive, and you may have struggled with something recently, so we will have a look and see what that is. But I feel like you're overcoming the struggles. Things are changing and headed in the right direction for you, okay? So let me just pop that there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. Can you please guide? The second deck I'm using here is the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepherd. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? We have beginnings and endings, and we also have IUs. Okay, they want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. We also have truth. Okay, Saturn truth. So let us see what is going on there. Now we've got I transform, endings and new beginnings, and we have IUs and truth. So I feel like you are being really honest with yourself and you're using your talent to rebirth your energy. If you've been feeling a little bit low motivation or lack of drive recently with regards to your career, you're definitely going to get a boost of energy in order to propel you forward. The Empress card tells me that you're putting your own needs first, okay? I feel like you are creating healthy boundaries within the workspace or within your career. So I feel like you're trying your best to work. I've said this a lot in the readings because I'm picking up this general energy of everybody wanting to work smarter and not harder, because I feel like you're realizing that no matter how much work and energy you give to a career or to a situation, it's always best to give to yourself first, because without you and your health and your peace of mind and all of those things, there's no point. You have to be healthy first before you actually focus your energy outwards towards work and career. So with this Empress card, I feel like, there is a new version of yourself where you actually are brimming with potential. You recognize you bring a lot to the table. Now, this is you actually being very productive in a really positive way, being a little bit more creative than usual. If you've been going through a struggle with that Courage card straight in the middle, I mean, this is a resistance position here. So it tends to mean that there's been something here that maybe you felt has been holding you back, or you maybe struggled with an obstacle, or maybe you just felt like there was low energy. You couldn't move forward on something, but now you get that go ahead to move forward. And I feel this is about you finding a creative solution to whatever's been, making you feel lack of energy or lack of motivation or drive, okay? I feel like you're implementing healthier routines in terms of like exercise or food, diet, that sort of thing. Maybe even some meditation, or maybe even just going to bed earlier, because they're showing me an alarm clock, okay? And the way that they're showing me, it's, one of those really old-fashioned alarm clocks. It's got the 2 sort of bells either side at the top, and it just sort of rings right in the center there. They're showing me an alarm clock, and they're showing me the time going backwards. So So either you're feeling like there's just not enough hours in the day to do everything that you're trying to do, whether that's career, work, and then do a personal life and like take care of the kids if you've got children, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy, but the Empress card does tend to talk about responsibilities within the home as well. So you may feel like you've had a lack of energy recently and being exhausted, so you may be actually going to bed earlier. I mean, that's the only way I can decode this sort of alarm clock that they're showing me there in the water. Now, it could mean that perhaps your alarm clock, like the batteries have gone low, and perhaps you've been waking up late for work or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it does. It's just showing me that the alarm clock, the time is going backwards. So I'm not sure how to decode that otherwise. Also with the Empress card, this is about you being creative, okay? You perhaps being very productive and, you know, creating your own prosperity, working really hard. You've got a dream or a goal that you're trying to achieve, and you've already sown the seeds. You're already along the journey of making this happen, or it's actually happening, and you're going to gain a lot of fruition and a lot of positive energy. The Sun card is the most successful card in the deck. It can talk about material gain. It can talk about emotional contentment and, you know, hitting jackpot, like success, whatever it is you've been setting out to do. But it starts with your energy first, okay? So if, for example, because we got endings and new beginnings here, if you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling and you've been unmotivated, or you've lost that loving feeling sorry, but my guides just went, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I feel like they're trying to sort of point at that song, You've Lost That Loving Feeling. Is it by... oh, I can't remember. Okay, they haven't played that song in the water. They haven't played that song when I'm scrying, just so you're aware. But maybe that's an in-joke for somebody out there. I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, so if you've felt like you've hit a glass ceiling or something in your career, or you're feeling like, you know, part of you's lost that sort of love and care for what you do recently. It may not be that you've just completely fallen out of love with what you do. It may be that recently you've just been in a little bit of low vibration. We all get there. We all swing between high vibe and low vibe, but I feel you're going to find a way out. You're going to overcome the struggle. Now, whether that's you find a creative solution, or whether you decide to take a step in another direction, because we've got endings and new beginnings here, you could actually be putting your resume out there to find an alternative route to find your happiness, because you're in control here. That Scorpio energy there, I mean, you may have a Scorpio placement in your chart. Doesn't mean it's not your reading if you don't. It can mean, you know, you're transforming things. It says, I transform. This is a card of transition, and it's number 20 there, which is the Judgment. So you may be weighing up your career right now and thinking, am I where I want to be? If I'm not, what do I do about it? Am I happy where I'm at? Sometimes the things that we do now, you know, we wanted to do them 20 years ago, and maybe we don't want to do it anymore. So you may be wanting a change of complete sector, or you may just want to change surroundings. The transformation card indicates you're at a fork in the road. Now, it can mean that you're reaching for a new life, or you're reaching for success in a different way, and you need to release things that have been hindering you. Or now, the thing that they're giving me here is neglecting yourself, neglecting your own needs, working overtime, burning the candle at both ends. It leaves you completely burnt out. So then you start to feel unmotivated in all other areas of life, because you just don't have the energy, okay? Because you've been putting your energy into everything. And I mean, there's something changing within your career. Now, you're very strong. You endure a lot. The Scorpio energy there, you know, Scorpion is... sort of on that card. It is a card, it is a creature of resilience, but also, you know, it's got that sting in the tail. So I feel like you've been protecting perhaps a position that you've been in recently, and now you feel like it's time to sort of like branch out a little bit, or I'm going to pull a quick card on there, because I feel there's just a protective energy over this. So perhaps you've got other responsibilities. For example, you want to make some changes in your life, and you're thinking right now you can't do that because you have to protect the position that you're in for the short term. Some of you may actually set up like another business on the side in order to do something creative. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is someone who, you know, exhibits self-care. So this is about you putting your own needs first. Now, this can also be a card of feeling comfortable where you're at, but reflecting on a prize or a dream opportunity. So it's like you're protecting where you're at, but there's something other. You've got more potential. So I feel like you're reaching for success, okay? The Queen of Cups there, she looks at that sort of big, do you want to call it, well, I want to call it a samovar or something like that. She looks at this big sort of trophy there, like she's on a winning streak. But I feel like this is like a dream opportunity. This is about perhaps having responsibilities right now and going for something other. But still, the most important thing is that you've implemented a healthcare routine where you are putting your own needs first and either healing yourself or having compassion with yourself. If you've been the sort of person who's been writing about 10 things on your list to do every day and you're only getting 2 things done because you're so busy with all other things, don't beat yourself up, okay? We're all human. Start with things like, you know, maybe put 2 things on your list and surprise yourself that you actually have room to do 2 more. So I feel like this is about you making sure that you love what you do, you're following your heart, but also making sure that you're emotionally invested in it and understanding that you have to go easy on yourself, okay, if you've been working really hard. Now we've got the Force card, which is of course the Strength card. Now it's in the Resistance position, so they're indicating here that you've been struggling with something. So what's crossing it is the 8th house of endings and beginnings. So I mean, a small portion of you, this is not going to resonate for everyone, this portion, because it's almost like 30% is coming out here. Some of you will have lost your job recently, or there's redundancy or things like that. If it hasn't happened to you, it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. This is something that's already happened, okay? So I don't want you like freaking out that like, what? So some of you may be looking for new positions, for example, because you may have already lost your job. There is something new coming on in here. Okay, just so you're aware, but you have to become more confident with your skills and recognize that you have all the tools within you to be very successful, just so you're aware. So they just want you to have confidence. Things are changing, okay? Just have that confidence, because the Sun card and the Empress card is all about confidence. And Cancerians, you're not typically the sort of people to have egos, okay, in the negative sense. So I feel like peacocking yourself a little bit more than usual is important, especially if you're putting stuff on the resume. I mean, talk yourself up. If you don't, who's going to? Okay, of course, you're going to be honest. You got the Truth card there. So I feel like be honest with your skills. Don't be modest. Okay, you know, save modesty for conversation, but when it comes to if you're looking for new opportunities, remember, you're awesome at what you do. The Empress tells me that. The Empress and the Emperor are like at the top of their game when it comes to career, and you're capable of transforming yourself to be fluid within whatever sector it is you find yourself working in. So I feel like you got this. No matter what it is, you got it. So dream big. The Sun card tells me you're going to be successful. Just dream big, okay, and have confidence within yourself. Now, for the rest of you, the energy here is you may be thinking about looking elsewhere for more prosperity when it comes to your work, but you're not going to just leap before you, you know, look around first. I feel like you're not going to take a risk before you find something else. So, I mean, I feel like there is a golden opportunity that's coming towards you. But it's something that you may have struggled with or you've been contemplating, and you have to find that courage to take that leap of faith. And I feel like you will, but you have to find something first. There's going to be an opportunity that comes along that's going to be too good to miss if you're looking elsewhere. But otherwise, I see you breaking chains to anything that's holding you back. I feel like if you've been in delay with some sort of success that you've been working really hard towards and it's always just been out of reach, I feel like there's new energy here, a new cycle for you. The outcome energy tells me the Sun says you're going to be very successful. This is also a card of light and truth, of clarity, of knowing where you're at and getting that boost of energy and becoming aware that, you know, happiness starts within you, but you're on the right path towards success, okay? I feel like things are going to start blossoming for you. The Sun card can be a card of financial reward as well as that boost of energy, that drive, that motivation to be successful. This is a card of joy, success, and happiness. And we got that Capricorn energy I use. Now this is about using all your skills within business. Capricorn energy is very, very fortunate when it comes to business, okay? Because it is a sign that sort of has a lot of willpower, is determined to succeed, very hardworking, and tends to be successful. So I feel like you're using all the skills that you've got in order to be really, really successful and achieve your goal. The Sun card is a card of accomplishing a goal, okay? And we've also got Saturn, truth. Now, Saturn is a very strict energy. It tends to be about rules and regulations, okay? So being honest with yourself is half the battle. I feel like you're being honest with your skills and recognizing that you can turn whatever this is around for your gain. You know, when you have Capricorn and Saturn, both of them together, this is about, you know, structure within business. So if you're setting up on your own as an entrepreneur, especially with that Empress card there, if you've got a creative business, for example, I feel like Spirit's indicating you're going to be very productive, very creative, but make sure it's grounded in an energy like a plan, or, you know, there has to be some sort of guidelines. So for example, if you work for yourself, you know, you may find that you've got more work than usual, but you love what you do, but you have to create a routine or a structure, because sometimes, especially if you're the sort of person who can be at work at any time because you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, you know, you want to get into good habits, because bad habits, obviously, you know, tend to lend yourself to overworking or, you know, not leaving enough time for you. So just make sure you've got some sort of structure in place. Now let's see what's coming towards you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? First card we got here is the Wheel of Fortune. Huge turnaround for you, and it's in the upright. I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, just so you're aware, but it actually came out in the upright anyway. So some really good fortune coming towards you. We've also got the Six of Chalices, Six of Cups there, and we've got the Queen of Swords. Now this is you making some really good decisions. This is about you being really shrewd, being honest, leading with integrity, looking towards the future to gain prosperity. So I see you being very, very successful. The Six of Cups tells me, though, that there is a looking back energy, the good old days. So either you feel like things, the way you used to work is not exactly the same way because, I mean, of course, the pandemic has changed the way that we all work in some way. I mean, there may be a step towards people getting back to work already. Depends on where you are in the world, of course, because it's going to be different depending where you are. But, I mean, the High Priestess as well. Oh, thanks so much, Spirit God. They asked me to go one more, so the Death card. Now, the Death card is all about transformation, so there is definitely a major change that brings a lot of prosperity in your working life. And now there could be a couple of opportunities coming towards you as well, and I feel like you're aligning yourself with some really good fortune. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that there is a sudden sort of lucky break here in your career. Now this could be a sudden offer that comes as a partnership, because we've got Two of Cups there. It doesn't have to be. It can mean that someone wants to work with you. They want to collaborate with you in some way. So you may be suddenly an offer, or maybe even two, is on the table here for you. And this is your destiny. Okay. So I do feel, I mean, for some of you, this could be like a proposal to have a raise or a promotion, or you get to sort of level up to the next stage and work in union with a person, like, how can I put that? Like there's a new agreement on the table at your workspace. So you may be stepping into a leadership position, for example. Two of Cups can also be that you're thinking about setting up or partnering up in a business with someone that you either love or, you know, respect and care. It could be a friendship, for example. But I feel like all of a sudden there is an opportunity to align yourself with your heart's desire, okay? Because the Two of Cups, it is a frequency card, which means you're aligning yourself with your heart connection. Now, when it comes to love, it can be about, you know, two people having a frequency connection between each other. But when it comes to an opportunity, it's about you matching the frequency of your heart's desire. So this is about you being encouraged by the universe to follow your heart and transform the way that you work so that emotionally you are connected and you get what you truly deserve. So it's about reciprocity. If you put all your heart, soul, and love into a career that you are dedicated to and you work really hard for, it stands to reason that you are fairly recompensed, because this card is a card of balance as well. So I do see that there is some sort of agreement or proposal on the table for you that comes out of nowhere. Now, this could literally be your boss sort of saying, hey, Cancerians, look at this opportunity. It's just arisen within the company. Someone's leaving and we think you'd be the perfect person to take, their position and get more money. Or it could be that, there's a branch sort of opening up and they want you to run it or something like that. I really feel with this, it's a surprise offer that's on the table that brings a lot more prosperity. But because it's in the, this is your protagonist energy, I feel like also you're making your own luck. You have some decisions to make. This is good karma coming your way. And I feel like a lucky opportunity to partner up in some way in your career, it actually brings in more money, okay? Something you've been waiting for a long time. Now, the Six of Cups is interesting because the Six of Cups can mean that someone from your past just drops on by all of a sudden out of the blue and says, hey, I'm setting up this business. Would you like to be involved? Six of Cups is like a reunion energy. So it could be that you, reunite with an ex-colleague or an ex-boss or somebody who's got a really great idea and says, hey, if you're willing to take the leap and come and work for me or come work with me, then I've got a position available to you. But the Six of Cups can be a card of nostalgia, okay? So it can mean that for example, you may like what you do, you may love what you do, but you just feel financially it's not as rewarding as you'd hoped because you put so much work in there and you're like, you know what, I deserve more money, or I want to staircase when it comes to my career right now, and you've hit a glass ceiling. So it can mean that you're going to feel pretty nostalgic about leaving because this is a card of transformation, endings and new beginnings, and you feel like, I love what I do and I don't really want to walk away because what if I regret it? But at the same time, the Seven of Pentacles says, are you getting fairly recompense for what you do? The Seven of Pentacles can also be an alternative source of money, income, because the Seven of Earth is about opening yourself up to a new strategy. So some of you may be actually revisiting a hobby or a creative endeavor that you used to do and you're really good at it and you're like, I could make a business out of that, whilst at the same time remaining in the workspace that you're at. I feel like there's a lucky turn of events that sees your ideas come to fruition. The Seven of Pentacles is really sort of an evaluation point where you're looking at everything that you're developing financially, and it's almost like you're checking the exchange. You put all this hard work in, are you being fairly recompensed for it? If you look elsewhere and you look at a position that is being advertised for what you do and you're like, hey, they get way more money at this company, you could approach your manager, for example, and say, you know what, I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity for a raise because, and if not, then you may figure to go elsewhere to look for. It's not about the money. I understand that because it's in the resistance position. That tells me everything. It tells me more that more money would be nice, but I feel it has to be vibing with your spirit, and I feel it has to be, you have to be in the flow of it. Your heart has to be engaged, otherwise you're not really interested. You always feel, my beautiful Cancerians, that you have to make a difference in your career because you're a water element, okay? And you're very flexible, you're very talented at what you do, so I feel like anything you put your hand to and your talent to, you could actually do it with flying colors. But I feel your heart has to be in it. Otherwise, some people can work and they're like, it's just, I'm going to be in it for the money. But you are a very sensitive person. So I feel like whilst money is important and we all do that one job that we have to in order to pay the bills, I feel like you also need a creative outlet, or at least have a creative influence in what you do, okay? The Seven of Pentacles tells me that you're making progress, you're reflecting on the progress that you're making, but I feel you've worked really hard and you're manifesting more, okay? And I feel with this card, I feel like your patience and hard work will bring the success that you desire, but it always feels like it was out of reach. Sometimes you may be asking, are you on the right track? And you may be like, will I reach the end point, the goal that I have in mind, whether that's financially or in terms of happiness? The answer is yes, absolutely. The High Priestess and the Queen of Swords, she is sharpshooting. The fact that you got Saturn right there and the Queen of Swords tells me you are a person of integrity, you have clarity of purpose, you know where you're going in life, and you've got a strategy, okay? So I feel, again, they're indicating, whilst you're very creative and very sensitive, strategy is also important. I feel like you're moving forward, okay? I feel like you're being realistic with what you want, and I feel being direct actually gets what you want, okay? I feel like This is about you being well organized, clearly communicating your needs, and having that strong esteem. But most importantly, the Queen of Swords, she's very self-sufficient, and she also sets healthy boundaries. Okay, so if, for example, someone's been putting a lot of extra work on your shoulders and you're not being fairly recompensed for it, I feel like you're kind of like coming to the end of your tether with that and saying, you know what, I'm breaking that hold. I feel like you're actually sort of speaking up and saying, yeah, I'll help you out, but first of all, I got to do my own work, and if I got time, perhaps I'll help you with that, but if not, I'll let you know. I feel like you're being a little bit more direct. Okay, now also the Queen of Swords is a Libran energy, and I feel like some of you may be actually stepping up, wanting to be your own boss, or you are already your own boss, an entrepreneur, and I feel like you're strategizing the next coming months ahead. So I feel like you're being really organized and aligning yourself with your intentions to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. Now there's part of you here really transforming. We've got the High Priestess there. Now the High Priestess is about vision. Okay, it's about mystical vision. You just know that you're going to be successful. That's why that connects deep down. You don't know how you're going to get there, probably through your hard work and your creativity and your talent, but I feel like you're trying to trust the universe as well with this card. The High Priestess indicates there's some sort of news that's coming towards you. I feel like it's this Two of Cups. I feel like there is either an offer on the table for you to align with your intentions, your heart space, your dreams, or there is some sort of agreement or partnership that's coming in here. I mean, it could even literally be a proposal from someone you work with already. And I feel like you keep it to yourself, because the High Priestess is mute. Okay, silence. And sometimes the High Priestess is about a gestation period, okay, where it's like keeping things on the down low. Things are developing, but you're not talking about it right now. So I feel your silence, I feel, is important, because the Death card indicates an ending bringing a new beginning or some sort of transformation. So if you're walking away from something, I feel like you're going to be waiting to the right moment. You're not really going to confide in anybody about it until you know. Okay, because the High Priestess is a card of the unknown. So I feel like until you know where you're at, I feel like you maybe like keeping your options open. The High Priestess can be a card of secrecy, okay? So, and doing the inner work. You may be meditating on your next step in your career, but the Death card tells me that you're ending patterns and you're changing things drastically, where you're bringing in or making way for something new, okay? You're making room, making space for something greater to come into your life. So I feel very positive about this. I'm just going to see if there's anything more they would like to discuss. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I mean, the Death card, again, they're like indicating it's major change. So, you know, very positive energy, the Death card. It is a major transformation for your highest good, okay? Now, some of you may actually be going into setting up your own business, maybe on the side, because the Two of Cups can be a card of duality. So if you're setting up a second business, for example, some of you may be into spiritual pursuits. Some of you may be into tarot, or you may be doing something spiritual like meditation, or you could even be doing things like okay, it's interesting. They're showing me something, this is quite specific, perhaps like meditation or massage or yoga for pregnant people. That's very specific. That's not going to resonate for everyone. That's what they're showing me right now. But I feel like you may be setting up your own business, or planning to set up your own business, strategizing to do that. And it's within a very creative and spiritual sector. Okay, some of you may be like doing courses on meditation or counseling or something like that. So counseling's coming up here because I feel you've taken a journey in life that sees you be very, very strong, that you have, I feel like, and very helpful to people. You love looking after people, or caring for people, supporting people. So I do see you with that Queen of Cups there, someone who's a healer. Okay, that's what I'm picking up there with that. And that, I mean, that Cancerian Queen of Cups is a Cancerian card. So I feel some of you may be thinking about going into healing people and that sort of thing. So major change happening here, but for success. The death card rides on the horse, so there is elevated, is acknowledged and recognized for making a major change. And you're creating this change, my beautiful Cancerians, and it's very positive. So interesting that they want to end it on the death card there. Okay, so let us see what else is coming towards you. Any final advice for my beautiful Cancerians? I mean, I feel like you're not really doing it solely for the money. You're doing it for the love of what you do. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? But the money will flow from there, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. I mean, you got number 13 again. Oh, ha, that just popped right out for you. It was meant to be. It was meant to occur like that. It's so interesting that you've got the 2, because the masculine and feminine energy that's coming out here, I feel there's a push and pull going on in your career. And, you know, there's going to be moments where you need to make a leap of faith and take that transformation, but also you've got to be receptive to this offer that's coming on in for you. Okay, we've got the first card here, which is passion, magnetic pull, romance. Now, I mean, some of you may literally be setting up a business with someone that is your counterpart, romantic counterpart there, but the thing that is magnetic pull, okay, this is the thing that is drawing me the most. It's almost like you are being called in a certain direction. It's like your life's purpose call, okay, especially with that number 20 with that card. So I feel like there is a magnetic pull towards this. I mean, some of you are going to literally be like making candles or scented things on the side, things that are beautiful. I mean, some of you may be actually coaches within the dating sector or romance. So please take it as it resonates. I feel the most important thing is your passion, desire in your career is going to pull you in another direction. Okay. Masculine, be decisive, take action. We got sun right there, yang and heat. So things will hot up in your career. You're on the right track, that is for sure. It's number 13. So again, I feel there's major transformation here for you, and it's all good. It's all really positive. Number 12 indicates hangman energy, something you've been waiting for. You're seeing things from a new perspective, and you put a lot of hard work and sacrifice into what you desire. It says yin, moon, cold. Be receptive and tune into your emotions. So use your intuition to guide you. You will know when the right time is to make the leap or the change, the transition, whatever that means for you. It's going to be different for everyone. And of course, we've got information, news, disclosure, a letter. So there's definitely some, you may be receiving a message of importance. And it's number 26. When you reduce it, 2 plus 6 is number 8. Okay, 8 is the number of the self. So this message is just for you, or this promotion is just for you. This opportunity is just for you. And it also connects to the strength card. Now, normally the strength card is number 8 in the major arcanas, but in this particular wonderful deck, it's number 11, which means this is justice. And it also means it's the soul path. Okay. So, breaking chains to the past, I feel is important, in order to progress in a really positive way. But there's some sort of news coming on in here that sees you get an opportunity that you've been working really hard for. Okay, I'm going to get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Oh wow. Ha! So first off, we've got the little angel there with the angel wings. They want this on the sun card, so I feel like your guides are actually bringing an opportunity in for you, because the other trinket we got, I'm just going to pop that there, we got the Wheel of Fortune. We got the wheel. Okay, so again, they're indicating out of the blue, suddenly there's an opportunity, because the Wheel of Fortune tends to be about destiny and fate intervening, but it tends to be a surprise. It's a card that brings surprise. Okay, so I feel like your luck is changing. I feel like it's going to be an influx of opportunity here. Definitely some good fortune. There's going to be a random opportunity. Now, either this is a random meeting of an ex-colleague or somebody, because they're just showing me an exchange in the street right now, and they're just giving me this element of random. It's not random. You've been placed in front of that person on purpose, okay? Now, they want me to put this on the letter, okay? So very fortunate news coming on in, but they're also giving me a song. And I'm not really sure how it resonates with your reading. Now, this song may have come up like 2 years ago in a reading. Another passenger who want to get off. Another passenger who want to get off. They want to get off. They want to, I think it's another passenger want to get off rather than on. I think it is. Now this song rather, I want to say it's Elton John. If my memory serves me correctly from many years ago, I want to say it's Elton John. Another passenger. I'm going to have to look that up, of course, as usual. I can't know all of the songs in the whole wide world, but I'm not really sure how it resonates. I mean, to get off of something, maybe it's like you're leaving something. I mean, maybe you're leaving the rat race to do something a bit more creative, or another passenger who want to get off. Maybe you work for an airline, maybe you work for some sort of automotive or train company or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's very precise. If it doesn't mean anything to you personally, it can mean that that song played just before you listen to this reading, or it plays just after you listen to this reading, or in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Listen out for that. I mean, I've not heard that song in years. So yeah, so it's kind of like a signal or a signifier from your guides that there's something in this message for you, okay? So I'll leave it like that. I hope something resonates here. Now they're showing me a champagne cork popping. So there's definitely cause for celebration here in your career. I rarely get the champagne cork popping. So this is really good news, okay? Something to be celebrated. I can't imagine you're listening to my reading drinking champagne. And if you are, where's my invite? No, I'm joking. I don't drink. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Yeah. If something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Cancerians, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be in the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is thank the universe every morning for everything that you've received so far and everything that you have yet to receive. The more grateful you are, the more the universe sends you in terms of opportunity. In the comments box below, all you have to put is I have an attitude of gratitude, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of April, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians. Love and light.